with our PowerSave PU1200 demonstration. On our demonstration board we have a standard home clothes dryer motor and using a PU1200 unit to show the improvements that this unit will make on the power consumption in your home. This video will also cover some basic installation, a little test on a home, and cover some data that the University of Santa Clara discovered doing some testing with this technology. First, we'll show you what the board will do using the dryer motor without the unit and with the unit. We have two loops on the board, one designating power coming onto the board and one power going to the motor. When we turn on the dryer motor, it'll pull approximately 4 amps. This is on the loop of the power cord coming onto the board. We put the meter on the other loop showing the draw to the motor. We have the same load. We now turn on the PU1200 device. Difference in the amperage. We'll do it again without showing the motor. This is with the unit off. This is with the unit on. This is the amperage being drawn onto the board to support the motor. Moving the meter to the motor. This is with the unit on. This is with the unit off. The motor doesn't know the difference. It continues to get the proper amount of power, proper amount of voltage, and it distributes it provides the same amount or the proper amount of RPMs and torque for the appliance that it's driving. Again, with the unit off, with the unit on, the motor is provided with the appropriate amperage. Over here, the amperage coming onto the board has dropped significantly with the unit on. With the unit off, it increases. University of Santa Clara has provided us with 3 graphs. One is called an inrush graph. You can see that it takes less power to start a motor gets up to speed quicker, and runs significantly cleaner. More importantly, the ambient temperature or heat put off by a motor is decreased by 10% when our appliance is installed. This can prolong the life of an appliance motor up to 50%. Down on the smaller graph, very difficult to read, but it improves what's called the power factor. This is a very important factor for consuming power and preserving power, decreasing your bill to your home. Installation of the unit is very simple and can typically be done in less than an hour by a licensed electrician. This particular unit is installed on the inside of a garage with the wires running through the wall to the power unit on the outside of the house. On the outside of the garage wall, we find the meter base and the panel. There are 3 wires that come from the PU1200. One goes to each side of a 2-pole 20 amp breaker, and the green wire goes to the ground. We're using 2 single pole 20 amp breakers for this application, and the green wire is going up to the ground. Again, installation should take about an hour in a normal application. We'll be looking at a unit that's installed by a meter base, and a little later looking at a unit that actually is installed on a sub-panel inside a home some distance from the meter base. Again, using our amp meter, we'll attempt to show you the differences in voltages and amperage draws in the home with the unit on and with the unit off. Inside the home, we currently have an amperage draw of 7.1. We'll turn on 2 of the larger appliances and see what effect it has. This is prior to the well turning on. We'll see what it increases to with the well on. With the well on, the load is now 9.7. Now we'll turn on some appliances in the home, including the air conditioner. The air conditioning is now on, and we're pulling significantly more. Now I'll turn the unit off and see what the difference is in draw with the unit on and with the unit off. With the air conditioning and the well and a variety of appliances running in the house, we're now drawing 34.4 amps. We'll turn the unit on and see what it drops to. And with the unit on, it's 26, basically 25 amps. So it's dropped significantly. On this home, we believe that the power factor is fairly poor, so it's had a fairly good impact on this power consumption. Let's go look at some other installations. This unit is installed in a small cabinetry shop. You can see it's on a sub panel near the equipment with the main panel over on here, and we did a similar test on amperage ratings on units being supported by this panel and saw a similar drop as we did in the last home. So it doesn't make any difference where the unit is installed, whether it's at a main panel or a sub panel, it affects the entire system. It was originally designed to be hooked into the main lugs at the top of the panel. For safety purposes and UL requirements, we use the 2-pole 20 amp breaker essentially as a bridge. Here we have an installation on the outside of a home. They did an upgrade on their service last year, and in June their power bill was $168. They used a whole house fan, and in July, after putting the unit on the home, the PU 1200 dropped the power bill to $128.